just check where your ears are. Is your head poked forward? So is your head forward of your shoulders? If it is, maybe just think about realigning your ears so they're over your shoulders and your shoulders over the hips. Now imagine you have a string of pearls of light stretching from your coccyx all the way up through the crown of your head. Maybe somebody's above you, very gently lengthening your spine. So if you've had a very busy day today, you've been running around or sitting at a desk or pounding down your vertebrae and those discs in between there, now's a very good time to sort of lengthen everything and just put some space there. Head is slightly tipped forward, the eyes are down, tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and relax the jaw. And let's just go and quickly relax our scalp. Relax the forehead and the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, and the mouth. And have your lips slightly open. And relax your ears. And go to the back of the head and relax the scalp at the back of the head. The neck. Shoulders. Relax your scapula, your angel's wings. And I heard someone today talk about putting the wings back in their pocket. So if that's an image that works for you, helps keep our shoulders relaxed. Relax your throat and your chest and the belly, the arms, hands and fingers and the legs and the feet and the toes. And then let's just bring the mind to the breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. And notice the sensation of the cool air as you're breathing in, and slightly warmer air as you're breathing out. Any sounds in your external environment, just allow them to be there. Try not to run towards them, trying to figure out what's going on. Just leave them alone. And the same with your thoughts. So any thoughts that are arising, allow them to arise, to abide, and to fall away without judgment, criticism. As we think of a motivation for this evening. So in a way, we can just really rejoice as well that we're still alive to start with. We've lived long enough that we can actually do a little bit of purification this evening. We didn't die today. So that's great. Another opportunity to purify. And why are we purifying? Well, we don't want to keep suffering, and we would like to continue to be able to practice so we can be a benefit of others, to others. And so we can continue on our path to enlightenment unimpeded. So just to remind ourselves, there is no negativity that cannot be purified. So there's nothing you've done that is so terrible that there's no hope. They say the very, very worst thing that you can do is give up your guru, give up the teacher. But I think even that can be purified. So there's nothing so horrible. And when we've worked with the prisoners, they're always terribly relieved to hear that. Because usually everyone's given up on them. They have nothing and no one. So to be told, you guys it's not that bad what you've done in terms of purification. It can be healed, it can be fixed, it can be purified. So here we come to the power of regret. So just regret from the depths of your heart. Sincerely, anything you have done to harm any living being on this day, in this life, and all your past lives. You can think of any specific actions of your body and your speech. And then in general, you can regret anything that you've done since beginningless time that you've maybe forgotten about. And the reason to regret is based on the logic of karma. We experience everything due to our past karma, our past actions, the good and the bad things. So having harmed others, we will necessarily be experiencing our own suffering in the future, because we can't bear the thought of any more suffering than we're already having. We ourselves who wants this suffering, we know the logic is therefore to try and pull out those negative karmic seeds before they ripen as future suffering for us. So you just think, I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech and broken my vows, because I do not want this suffering in the future. So also regret our anger and our attachment, our unhealthy desire, and all the rest of the why we harm others, and think I'm sick of this suffering, and then think, whom can I turn to? What can I do about it? And here we come, the power of reliance, and this is refuge. We rely upon, we turn to the Buddha, the doctor, who has the methods we can use to purify. And it's not that we need Buddha to forgive us. We purify ourselves by relying upon his methods. So visualize Guru Vajrasattva above the crown of your head, about 2 inches above the crown of your head, facing the same direction as you. And you can imagine this is the mind of your Lama, your Guru, manifesting in this way for your benefit. And he's made of the blissful, radiant white light, sitting cross-legged on a lotus. And he's wearing these beautiful silken robes in the royal style and covered in jewels. His face is beautiful and radiant. He's got these lotus-like eyes, and they're peaceful and full of love and compassion for you, for all sentient beings, with this non-judgmental, not critical at all, just accepts you exactly as you are. Maybe just like our favorite grandma or grandpa, we can do no wrong. His mouth is red and sweet. His hair is black and held up in a top knot, arms across to the heart, the left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell representing wisdom. The right is holding a vajra, which represents indestructibility of compassion. And there being crossed represents the union of these two, which symbolizes enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So now we'll try and develop a little bit of compassion. We need other sentient beings in order to do this. So initially think about the people that you may have harmed recently, the people you may have wanted to harm recently in the past, and in general, all beings we have ever harmed since beginningless time. And then think of the people who've harmed you. And because of the harm that they've caused you, they are going to necessarily suffer in the future, so we can feel compassion towards them because of this. So just make a strong aspiration to do this practice for the sake of all these sentient beings, and think, I must purify for their sake. So the next is the power of the remedy, and this is the actual medicine doing the practice of purification. So the first is the purification of the body. So just as we visualize, Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful white nectar quite strongly from his heart. It arcs around and enters your crown and pours into your entire body, filling you completely. And as it just pours into you and pours out of your lower orifices, all the harm you've ever done to any living being with your body in the form of this kind of inky liquid, and it pours out of you and disappears into space. So it doesn't pollute anything, you don't breathe it back in, it just disappears along with all your negativities of the body. As we recite the mantra, Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa, Sutokaya Mebawa, Supokaya Mebawa, Anarakta Mebawa, Sawasidi Mipiyata Sawa Kama Sutame, Siddham Shriyam Guruhum, Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Musa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mudza Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. So be delighted that all the harm you've ever done to any sentient being with your body is now completely purified. And think that there's no way you could do anything except be of benefit to others with your body. So when they see you walking down the street, when they pass you, you just they see you, they visualize you, they smell you. Brings absolute bliss and happiness to all sentient beings. Huge benefit to them. How incredible. If we had that power, it'd be amazing. So the next is a purification of the speech. So again, Guru Vajrasattva very happily sending powerful nectar from his heart chakra, and it arcs around and enters quite strongly your crown, filling your entire body, except this time forcing up to the top parts of the body, all the negativity of your speech. And it just overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. So imagine all the gossip and the harsh speech and the useless speech, the lying, talking badly about others behind their backs, getting other people to agree with you. All of this is purified by the powerful nectar filling you as you recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dina Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramama Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. So again, feel delighted, so happy that your speech is completely purified, and just imagine that it's not possible to be anything other than of benefit to others with your speech. So the moment they hear the sweet sound of your voice, it benefits their mind. Again, how incredible to have this kind of power to heal people, to help people. We just wish for that. So the next is a purification of the mind. Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sending powerful beams of laser light, sort of very strong, powerful light from his heart chakra, and this arcs around and enters your crown chakra, fills your entire being. So it's just like when you walk into a room and a dark room, you switch on the light instantly dispels the darkness. So in the same way, when the light from Guru Vajrasattva's heart hits your heart, it instantly dispels all the darkness of the negativity of the mind. So all your attachment and the neediness, grasping, wanting to harm others, the jealousy, bitterness, the grudges, resentment, all of this is instantly dispelled. Not one atom left as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramama Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramama Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva A Pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dira mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa anarakta mebawa sawasiti mebe yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dira mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa Anarakta mebawa sawasiti mimpi yata sawakama sitame sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame muzza vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Again, delighted, be delighted that all your delusions, which are the source of our own suffering and the cause of the why we harm others with our body and our speech, totally purified, they're gone. I think there's no space in your heart now for anything other than love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom and bliss and compassion. So next is the purification of even the imprints of negativity of the body, speech, and mind. So this time imagine Guru Vajrasattva sending, and you can imagine light or light and nectar, or the previous 3 visualizations, either simultaneously or one after the other, whatever works for your mind. So what we're doing here is eradicating even the subtlest imprints of negative energy from your mind. So just kind of getting rid of that last sort of whiff of negativity from the sort of even just energy, negative energy surrounding us in our mind. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa anarakta mebawa sawasiti mempe yatsa sawa kama sutta me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa Anarakta mebawa sawasiti mimpi yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa anarakta mebawa sawasiti mimpi yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa anarakta mebawa sawasiti mimpi yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa anarakta mebawa sawasiti mimpi yatsa sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa anarakta mebawa sawasiti mimpi yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha ha ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa anarakta mebawa sawasiti mimpi yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. So now feel completely purified, not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to omniscience have been removed. So just feel really delighted. So next is the power of resolve, the 4th and final step in this purification process. And it's a really crucial, this determination to not harm with our body, speech, and mind again. And without this, we're going to keep following the same old patterns. So this determination, this aspiration to not harm, It's like a beacon that guides our body and our speech and our mind in positive directions. And it's sort of, as Lama Zopa Rinpoche said, everything exists on the tip of the wish. So if we have something that we'd like to work on, particularly tonight before we go to bed, something that we maybe have regret, something we did today or yesterday, so maybe we could just think about working on that. And then perhaps, you know, maybe for just while we go to, from the time we go to bed to the time we wake up tomorrow morning, if we have issues with our speech or we bite our nails or whatever it is, the thing we do, just one or two things, maybe just to think about, maybe just even one thing, something that's doable, that we can actually refrain from, that we can keep the vow that we promise to ourselves. So to conclude, Guru Vajrasattva, just imagine delighted with us. And so wanting to merge with your mind, melts into light and absorbs into you through your crown. It's kind of dissolves into you. And you think my Guru's body, speech and mind, and Vajrasattva's body, speech and mind, and my own body, speech and mind are the same thing. And LAMA YESHE calls this union oneness. So Lama Zopa Rinpoche recommends at this point to meditate on the emptiness of the three circles. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative action, the karma. There is no action of creating negative karma. And there is no negative karma created. So just place your mind, whatever level that you understand emptiness, place your mind there for a little moment. So we can think of all phenomena as empty, do not exist from their own side. You can think of things as perhaps as dependent arisings. This depends on that in order for it to come into existence. And we can also think of the way our body is structured, the way we view the world depends on the way our brain is structured, the way our eyes, our ears, the way we perceive things depends on the structure of our body. So perhaps that gives us an indication that things don't exist maybe the way we think they do. Finally, we dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy you've created by doing this purification to all living beings, thinking, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. Mary, I think we'll just skip straight to the long life prayers because we're at 6:30 now. For His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you uphold the subduers moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjanath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers, honoring the three jewels, save for myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And for Lama Ursel, Venerable One, to you whose kindness exceeds that of all the conquerors, for those wanderers in far-off places, especially the West, mindful of your loving concern for us and intentionally descending again into a family of a far distant land, we make this request, O Lama, please, please live long. And for precious Geshe-la, beloved teacher, leading your students toward wisdom and compassion, explaining through exacting discernment the steps of the graduated path, you are the unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. So there we are. Yet another day finished, yet another Vajrasattva practice finished. So we can just rejoice, go to bed with a happy mind. We've done it. We can relax now. So how's everyone going with the mantra? Susan, are you okay with it?
I'm fine with it, yes.
You are fine with it? Great.
Yes.
Okay, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And Mary, thank you so very much for hosting me for this last week. I do so appreciate it because you have been incredibly busy. You're running your own business and doing lots of other things for other people as well. So much appreciation and much love to you. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone. Good night. Lots of love. And I'll see you, some of you, on Tuesday. Okay. Have a good weekend.